Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. करता ले? अरे मैं दिया। हाँ आपको दिया ना? हाँ उसका कवर है, कवर के अंदर था। जय राधा माधो बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदनं व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानंदनं व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी जयो नामहं सोमा Gopi Janavama Givaradhari Gopi Janavama Givaradhari Yashunanam Raja Janarana Yashunanam Raja Janarana Namo Natira Vanachari Namunatira Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्ण। चलो तो वन मोर श्लोका 4:24:30. So Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas like this. So Prabhupada used to say, if you do one, it is 50 years it will take to finish. So because sometimes you do 2-3 shlokas, 5 shlokas, at least 20 years. Maximum, minimum 10 years. You need to actually takes to finish Bhagavatam. अथा भागवतायोऽयम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. Audio is okay? अथा भागवतायोऽयम् प्रियास्था भगवान् यथा एक सेकेंड, I'll give everybody chance. You can. अथ भागवतायोऽयम् प्रियास्था भगवान् यथा नमद्भागवतानां च प्रिया अन्यो अस्ति करचित् भागवतायोऽयम् भगवान् यथा नमद्भागवतानां च अन्यो अस्ति करचित् भागवतायोऽयम् आस्था भगवान् यथा नमद्भागवतानां च प्रियानन्योऽस्ति करचित् अत भागवतायोऽयम् Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha
Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha
Namad Bhagavatanam Cha
Namad Bhagavatanam
Anyo Asti Karhachit
Priyam Anustikaricha
Nanyo asti karhijat.
Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatanam Cha Namad Bhagavatanam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Priyam Anustikaricha Atha Bhagavatayoyam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatanam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Atha Bhagavatayoyam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Bhagavatayoyam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Atha Bhagavatam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Atha Bhagavatam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatam Cha Priyam Anustikaricha Atha Bhagavatam Priyasta Bhagavan Yatha Namad Bhagavatam Priyam Anustikaricha
Atha. Therefore, Bhagavataha, devotees, Yoyam, all of you, Priyaha, very dear to me, Stha, you are, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yatha, as, Na, neither, Mat, than me, Bhagavatanam, of the devotees, Cha, also, Preyan, very dear, Anyaha, others, Asti, there is, Karahichat, at any time. You are all devotees of the Lord, and as such I appreciate that you are as respectable as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. I know in this way that the devotees also respect me, and then I am also dear to them. Thus no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am. You are all devotees of the Lord. And as such, I appreciate that you are as respectable as the Supreme Personality Godhead Himself. I know in this way that the devotees also respect me, and that I am dear to them. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. It is said, Vaishnavanam yata shambhavo. Lord Shiva is the best of all devotees. Therefore, all devotees of Lord Krishna are also devotees of Lord Shiva. In Vrindavana, there is Lord Shiva's temple called Gopishwara. The gopis used to worship not only Lord Shiva but Katyayani or Durga as well, but their aim was to attain the favor of Lord Krishna. A devotee of Lord Krishna does not disrespect Lord Shiva but worships Lord Shiva as the most exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. Consequently, whenever a devotee worships Lord Shiva, he prays to Lord Shiva to achieve the favor of Krishna and he does not request material profit. In Bhagavad Gita 7.20, it is said that generally people worship demigods for some material profit. Kamaistai gnana prapadyanti anya devataha. Driven by material lust, they worship demigods, but a devotee never does so, for he is never driven by material lust. That is the difference between a devotee's respect for Lord Shiva and an asura's respect for him. The asura worships Lord Shiva, takes some benediction from him, misuses the benediction, and ultimately is killed by the Supreme Personality of God,
Your voice is cracking.
who wants in liberation. Even now, Prabhuji?
Yeah, no, my internet is also weak. The
Yes.
voice was clear, not
Yeah, it
clear.
is clear, Prabhuji.
ठीक है, चलो.
Because Lord Shiva is a great devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead, he loves all the devotees of Supreme Lord. Lord Shiva told the Prachetas that because they were devotees of the Lord, he loved them very much. Lord Shiva was not kind and merciful only to the Prachetas. Anyone who is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very dear to Lord Shiva. Not only are the devotees dear to Lord Shiva, but he respects them as much as he respects the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, devotees of the Supreme Lord also worship Lord Shiva as the most dear devotee of Lord Krishna. They do not worship him as a separate personality of Godhead. It is stated in the list of Nama Aparadhas that it is an offense to think that the chanting of the name of Hari and the Supreme Personality of Godhead and
And the
chanting of
chanting
the
of
Hara or Shiva are the same. The devotees must always know that Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that Lord Shiva is his devotee. A devotee should be offered respect on the level of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and sometimes even more respect. Indeed, Lord Rama, the Personality of Godhead himself, sometimes worshipped Lord Shiva. If a devotee is worshipped by the Lord, why should a devotee not be worshipped by the other devotees on the same level with the Lord? This is the conclusion. From this verse, it appears that Lord Shiva blesses the Asuras simply for the sake of formality. Actually, he loves one who is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. अथा भागवता यूयम्
अथा भागवता यूयम्
प्रियस्ता भगवान् यथा
प्रियस्ता भगवान् यथा
न मद्भागवतानां च
न मद्भागवतानां च
प्रेयान् अन्योऽस्ति करश्चित्.
प्रेयानन्यो अस्ति करहिचित्.
We're all devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are responsible as the Supreme Personality Godhead Himself. I know in this way, that the devotees also respect me, that I am dear to them. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am. Hare Krishna. So here is who is glorifying the Lord. Shiva is glorifying the devotees. But he is talking about devotees. He is not talking about us. Be very clear. Don't by even mistake think he is talking about us. We are not devotees. We are trying to. होता है ना, झाड़ू लगाते हैं ना, that's like that. Just not even a devotee. Devotee is a very big thing. Is talking about prachetas, very exalted personalities. ठीक है, be careful. गलती से भी नहीं सोचना is talking about devotee. Devotee means Anyavilashita Shunyam. That is called a devotee. When Anya Abhilasha is there, the person is not a devotee. And because we have, हमारे पास बहुत सारी अन्य अभिलाषाएं हैं, अभी devotee like उस रास्ते में हैं हम लोग. Therefore, Prakita Sahaji or Kanishta Adhikari is not a devotee, he's just starting. But he is allowed to do devotion service. So, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, then person is called a devotee. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, free from any tendency of activities for sense gratification. Karma, Jnana, some knowledge for sense gratification. Is free from all this activity. Either we have, see, activities is done either by the mind or by the body. The both of them should not involve in sense enjoyment. The body is involved in certain karma. Jnana, the mind. So jnana karma adi anukulyena. Very, very favorable. Doing service in such a way that is very pleasing to the Lord. Krishna nushilanam bhaktim uttama. Anyavilas. It's very important. So this is called a devotee. We are, strictly speaking, not devotees. So Lord Shiva is not talking about us. But if you become devotees, definitely he is very, very pleased. Shiram yata dati vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nahitata pratigasti heto yashambutam tapitata samupayati karya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. We sing this when you have a visheka. Shiram yata dati vikara vishesha yoga. Just like the milk is turned into curd. Shiram is vikara. Vikara, yoga. By some combination, and milk is turned into curd. So similarly, when Lord Vishnu gets involved in the creation, he expands into Lord Shiva. Yes, Shambhutam apitata sampayati karya. For this karya, for this work of creation, involving in this illusory material energy, Durga Devi, Lord Vishnu just glances, and Lord Shiva is the one who comes in contact with the Durga Devi. Lord Vishnu doesn't touch. Okay? So this is very subtle. And a position of Lord Shiva is almost like Lord Vishnu. दूध दही का फर्क है बस, है ना? और दूध दही में कितना बहुत कम फर्क होता है. दूध से ही तो दही बनता है, लेकिन दही से दूध नहीं बनता कभी. So Lord Vishnu can expand into Shiva, but Shiva cannot expand into Vishnu. ठीक है, समझ आ गया? ऐसा नहीं शिव विष्णु नहीं, वो नहीं हो सकता, वो नहीं हो सकता. Just like we are Jiva Tattva, we are also, the Lord expands to the Jiva, but Jiva cannot expand into Vishnu. ऐसा नहीं है. Vivinna Amsha, है ना? So there was Jiva Tattva, and this is Shiva Tattva. So this is Shiva Tattva is generally not understood in the society. When you remember taking level 1 class, you say Shiva is not God, people get upset. One person told me, क्या बात कर रहे हो स्वामी, 40 साल से पूजा कर रहा हूँ, बोल रहे हैं भगवान नहीं है ना? लोग बहुत दुखी हो जाते हैं और गुस्सा भी हो जाते हैं. That is the tendency, but truth is truth. Truth is truth. Lord Shiva is being mentioned here as an exalted, and he's saying the devotees of Lord Vishnu are so dear to me. Okay? So I give them respect like the Lord himself. In Bhagavatam there is a very famous incident where he speaks something similar, Chitraketu. Anybody knows the shloka? Narayana para sarve. है कोई जिसको याद है श्लोक? Narayana. Anybody needs translation to Hindi or any language, please read. We have translators. You want translator to Kannada, your translation to any language. Raise your hand if you need. If English is fine, no problem. But anybody English is not fine, you want to hear in Hindi, you want to hear in Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Malyalam, translation is available. Chalo, we continue. So, Kamai satta hirta jnana yajanta ena devata. This has been quoted here. Just meditate on this. When we have just a simple desire that I want to please Krishna, actually then we are eligible to sit under his lotus feet. When they are strong material desires, it's a botheration. So generally, the Lord will infuse faith in the heart. In Bhagavad Gita, he says, I infuse a faith in the heart for a particular devata and all the rituals which are connected with that puja. People get up in the morning and if you look at him, very detailed, systematic way. Ravana was also doing some puja. Lot of rituals they do. Dum, they chant something, they do something, they do. And they can. लोग जनरली इंडिया में देवी देवता का ही पूजा करते हैं घर में और बड़े 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 उससे करते हैं. भगवद गीता में भी अर्जुन asked this question to Krishna, Krishna, what is the destination of the people who are not worshipping you, but they do some worship to the Devi Devata? ना, correct? What is their destination? बहुत ही उससे करते हैं, बहुत ही डिटेल से, बड़े विश्वास से, बड़े भक्ति से करते हैं. उनका क्या होगा? So Krishna says, Ye shasrividam usrachya vartate kamakarina nata siddhe bhavapnoti na siddhim gati. And then in the next chapter, Krishna continues to say, see, even this worship is not independent. It depends on the modes. So it depends on the modes. So not everybody is able to appreciate Lord Shiva as the most exalted Vaishnava. In samadhi on the lotus feet of the Lord. People are not, just like you look at Srila Prabhupada, somebody can actually appreciate. Now how do you appreciate Srila Prabhupada? Read his books, associate with him. This is such a great devotee, he's on samadhi on the Lord. So Lord Shiva is also in a very, very exalted position. And those who are actually devoted to the Lord Vishnu recognize that. Wow, he's so great. But those who are not devoted to the Lord Vishnu are, like Daksha. They are mixed devotees, strong material desires. Daksha could not understand, rather started making an offense to Lord Shiva. So Vaishnavas don't make an offense to Lord Shiva ever. We should not become like Daksha and make offense to Lord Shiva. No, we don't do that. Okay, so here there is a Devata worship and Krishna worship. The difference is given in this purport. So those who are intelligent, what they do? They directly worship Vishnu. And automatically all the Devatas become also very favorably inclined. Just like here, Pracheta worshipping Vishnu. But Lord Shiva has come to give them association. He's telling, I'm so pleased you're worshipping Lord Vishnu. Sure. We see that when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Rupa Goswami is coming to meet Haridas Thakur, we think, ये तो लड़ेंगे जरूर. दो बड़े हेवी वेट लोग हैं लॉर्ड चैतन्य की आर्मी में, है ना. आपस में क्या होता है, दो बड़े लोग आते तो हमेशा बीच में थोड़ा स्पार्क्स होते हैं, है ना. तू क्या समझता है आपको अपने आप को, तू क्या समझता है अपने आप को, है कौन है तू कौन है. पर ऐसा नहीं है. They're so respectful to each other because they are devotees. Actually they are devotees. Because Lord Shiva is actually a devotee, therefore the devotee of the Lord are dear to him. Just like it is said, for a devotee, Preeti tad vasate sthale. Forget about even the devotees of the Lord. Even any place a Lord has visited, devotee feels so much affection for that place. The Lord was there yesterday. वहाँ सब कुछ उसको प्यारी हुआ. जैसे एक मदर, child का everything is very dear. Correct? You see the clothes of the child also, there is an affection. This is a reflection, it is not real. We may think it is real, it is a reflection. Correct? So, actually, just imagine the child, you have an affection. You see the small shoes of the child, you think about the child. The devotee becomes so much he loves the Lord that he loves all his devotees. That's the Lakshana actually love. So if we are not loving the devotees, means actually we are not loving the Lord. Vice versa. See, if you are loving the Lord, you are loving the devotees. You are not loving the devotee, that means you are maybe also not loving the Lord. So you love the Lord, you feel preeti tad vasate sale. Even the place the Lord has visited, you just want to see that place. Oh, Lord came here. Very nice. Correct? You feel in the same way. So Lord Shiva is actually a devotee of the Lord. And when you actually become devotee of the Lord, then you will be able to have affection for all the devotees. That is said in the Shastra, that is not for us which are at Kanishta level. It happens at Madhyama level. What is Madhyama level? Ishvara tadidaneshu balisheshu disheshu prema maitri kripa upeksha. There are only 4 emotions allowed. We should have love for the Lord, okay? And Acharya, because we worship the Lord. Acharya also goes in that category. Balisheshu. Tadidaneshu means the Lord's devotees. Maitri. You feel affection for them. Just like you want Radha Govinda to be served and somebody is doing very nice alankara, you feel very affection for him. He is doing such nice service to my Lord. Somebody is cooking very nicely for the Lord, you feel actually affection for him. You're doing such nice service to my Lord. Correct? But when that has happened, when you actually advance. That is not, see, it's not that we have to run around the people and say, please give me a certificate, now I'm Kanishta Adhikari, I'm Madhyama Adhikari. Ye sab bekar ka cheez hai. Don't waste your time with that. These are self-introspect. Prabhupada says very easily we can see, if you feel envious of the people around you, in any profession you are in, that means you're on material platform. The hatred, jealousy, enviousness, these are on a material platform. And affection, compassion, respect, these are on the spiritual platform. Correct? Can you enter the... That's why when Jaya Vijaya obstructed the 4 Kumaras to see the Lord, what they should have said, oh, you want to see the Lord? Do you know how to offer obeisances? Do you know how to offer prayer? No, we don't know. Hey, do like that. You should first offer obeisances, then you should do this, then you should recite. So do you know some prayers to recite when the Lord comes? No, we don't know anything. So they should prepare them. You got some flowers to offer? No, we didn't get. You should bring, okay, see that garden is there? Bring some flowers. Be ready with the garland, you should have flowers. But instead of doing that, what they were doing, hey, who are you? You cannot enter the temple. They were telling like that or not? So what do the conclusion the 4 Kumaras made? They said that these people are not fit to be in the spiritual world. So what does it mean for us? Same thing. Because we have not developed a tendency of affection for the devotees. Oh, you want to see the Lord? You're so wonderful. Correct? Affection होना चाहिए ना? Sneha. Sneha का जी क्या है? कौन है तुम लोग? निकलो इधर से. So what do the 4 Kumaras start? ये क्या हो रहा है? These people are not fit to be in the spiritual world because they have enviousness. So therefore, same way, how can we be part of the Dhritarashtra also we know that, totally disqualified because he was envious of the Pandavas. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirma saranam satam. Dharma projita kaitavatra. The Bhagavatam gives us the cheating religion. But this Bhagavatam can only be understood as somebody who is free from envy. We see so many people in the world, they're full of so much enviousness. पागल है, जानवर है, उनको कुछ समझाना भी असंभव होता है ना? देखा है ना? You see on the TV, on the road, they are shouting, howling. They're so much full of jealousy, enviousness. You try to tell them something sensible, their head they cannot hear. Full of hatred. So this is not mark of a devotee. Devotee is only 4 emotions. What are the 4 emotions? Love, friendship, compassion, and these upadravi people, neglect. Just neglect, delete from your head that person exists and be peaceful. Not easy to practice. बहुत मुश्किल होता है. What are the 4 emotions you should practice? You are working in office and somebody is envious of you. You delete his existence from your system. Ignore him. That is called ignore, neglect. What is the first one? Love. Okay? That is also difficult. We don't love anybody. Try to love the Lord. Prabhupada used to say, don't try to understand Krishna too much. Try to love. Try to love Prabhupada. Try to love Krishna. First one. Then Maitri. Make friendship with all the devotees of Prabhupada who are trying to serve Srila Prabhupada Mission. Friendship. Take care. Affection. Well-wish. We should have well-wish for everybody in this world. Why not for somebody who is trying to serve Srila Prabhupada? What is that? Wish well. Hare Krishna. Wishing well. Correct? Maitri. That is called Maitri. Just like Bhagavad Gita Krishna. Suhridam sarva bhutanam. The Lord is sitting in our heart and He is well-wishing all the time. That is why we are existing. Always well-wishing. No, don't worry. We can do. I can do, yes. And is sitting with unlimited patience. Unlimited patience. Okay? So, true, if you're not listening the Shastra instruction, then Krishna will have to take you through. Krishna is not sentimental. Huh? Just like Krishna is telling you, don't drink, don't drink. Again you start drinking. No, you can do it. You stop drinking. Again you drink. Arey, you can do it. So whenever we get a bad habit, it is very difficult to get out of it. It's not easy. मजाक नहीं है, एक दिन में छोड़ दिया, ऐसा नहीं होता है. It requires tremendous tapasya. So, but yes, if you are determined, we can achieve it. But it is difficult to get out. Once you get a bad habit, very difficult to come out. So, Ishvara tadidireshu balisheshu is very friendship, having an affection. And dvisheshu, Ishvara tadidireshu dvisha. Dvisha means envious. Is prema maitri kripa upeksha. So kripa, mercy, balisheshu, to the innocent people, mercy. And dvisha, Kali Yuga means lot of dvisha people are there. Particularly, when opulence is there, dvisha comes. I always call it Bag Bajar effect. When Bhaktisiddhanta built the beautiful temple with so much expensive marble in Calcutta, and that was his headquarters at Bag Bajar. So there, I saw them, the devotees fighting for rooms. I'll stay in that room. No, you, that room, you will not get. Who is chanting 64 rounds? Sannyasis. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada saw that, he said, when I go, this movement is torn into pieces, because in front of presence of me, he is detached, he is saying, I could not train these people. Even after so much training, they are still. And that's what happened. Because the Prabhupada departed, they started fighting among themselves, and they are still fighting. Whole ISKCON movement is formed, is spread worldwide, but they are still fighting. It is already 27 pieces, and still cases are not ended. So a devotee means automatically various qualities manifest in him. In Bhagavad, I always keep quoting, it is such a beautiful thing. The 6 things manifest when the Lord accepts you as a devotee. Number 1, kleshagni, no anxiety. Person is very peaceful. So are you like that? Are you very peaceful, happy? We still have anxiety, we have fear. Abhi devotee banane. Shubhada. You don't have to ask yourself. You can see all the people say, hey, you develop such wonderful qualities now. Shubhada, auspicious. Okay? These 2 are first 2. And then you become very happy. Very happy. You find lot of happiness. See, one is happy, he will give more happiness to others. One is having pain, he will give pain to others without knowing what he is doing. Correct? So who is happy? Who is actually progressing in Krishna consciousness, by the gradual progress of Krishna consciousness, is very happy, very content, very satisfied. Spiritual happiness. Why? Savai pumsa paro dharma yato bhakti yadoksha ahetukiya pratiyata yayatma suprasidati. The heart is the Atma, the core of it is full of happiness. So, and so much happiness, the 4th one, he is not interested in liberation from this world. That doesn't attract him. And then 5th, he becomes very dear to the Lord. Now, Lord is dear to him, but he also becomes very dear to the Lord. The Krishna is saying, where is he? Hota na? When you like somebody, you're finding when I can embrace it, correct? It's so sweet. To like Krishna, thinking, Deva Prabhupada says, a pure devotee is constantly blessed by the Lord. Wow, look at it. What is it? Lord can't leave him. Just like a mother embraces the child, correct? Constant, same affection, the Lord. Can't leave the devotee, so dear to him. Wow, so dear to him. अभी ऐसे जाने का ना, इधर जाओ ना कहीं, कहाँ दुनिया में इधर उधर जा रहे हैं. Move in this direction, that reach the situation. The Lord wants to embrace it 24 hours. He's so pleased with our devotion service. But anything you do other than pure devotion service is a sign of revolt. कुछ भी ऐसा चीज करते हो जो शुद्ध भक्ति नहीं है, वो भगवान के विरोधों का लक्षण है. अब तुम्हारा काम है शुद्ध भक्ति करना, और क्या चीज क्यों कर रहे हो, है ना? शुद्ध भक्ति कहने की जगह कुछ और कर रहे हो, बस दैट इज द प्रूफ ऑफ आवर, है ना, प्रमाण है ना, हमारे विद्रोह का प्रमाण. इट इज द प्रूफ ऑफ माई रिवोल्ट टू द आई डोंट केयर, है ना? देन यू से लॉर्ड विल एम्ब्रेस. ये जैसे हिरण्यकश्यप नहीं गए इसको वही तो हुआ है, मेटल वर्ड में ही फेंका है ना, इसको मेटल वर्ड कहीं पड़े हुए मेटल वर्ड में. ट्रू, Prabhupada says that actually Krishna never kicked us out. Krishna never, but we ourselves left the lotus feet of the Lord. We left our loss. Krishna bahirmukha jeev bhogavancha kare. We left the lotus feet of the Lord and we desired chapatiya maya. Then maya catch. Come. You want to be the king? No? Yes. आजा. क्या बनना है? राजा बनना है? आजा. नहीं, मेरे को भगवान बनना. अरे आया. Maya will give him some philosophy. Maya was the philosophy. And Mayavadi is totally convinced by that philosophy. You think Mayavadi is not totally convinced? They become angry. If you tell them, no, you are not God, he is totally convinced. See, Krishna gives such nice intelligence. A devotee gets intelligence how to surrender to Krishna. And a non-devotee gets intelligence how to remain a non-devotee. He is totally satisfied. Yes, there is no God, I proved it. Krishna ऐसा मतलब totally मतलब वो जन्म तक करोड़ों जन्म तक convinced रहता भगवान नहीं है. That is the situation. See, finally intelligence also Krishna provides. So then Krishna is responsible. No, we are responsible because we are desiring. Okay. So Prabhupada says, you desire to serve Krishna, then Krishna will give you unlimited knowledge. The Yogamaya will give you unlimited ecstasy to serve him. But you desire to become independent. Oh, so beautiful this word. Check. कितने मजे कर रहे हैं लोग, है ना? किसी कार देखी, क्या यार, क्या कार, है ना? कितने मजे में है. So Krishna said, yeah, you want Mahamaya? Lo, घूमो, नाचो. Then you are jumping like a non-devotee. So here when Lord Shiva says that devotees of the Lord are very dear to me, he's talking about devotees. So बेवकूफ नहीं है Lord Shiva. हमारे लिए तो त्रिशूल लेके आएंगे, भाग इधर से तू, यहाँ क्या कर रहा है? When Lord Shiva तांडव no, तांडव नृत्य करते हैं, वो सबको नाश कर देते हैं, हमारे जैसे लोगों को. But pure devotee is very dear. So let us not take things for granted. See क्या होता है ना? We take everything for granted. I always give the joke. आपका घर में कोई गेस्ट आता है. What do you say? You go after 2-3 days. How was the meal? Are you comfortable here? No, he says, no, I am not comfortable. No, you should be comfortable. Arey Papa, I am not comfortable. No, how is the food? Not good. It should be good. Why you are telling like that? You are envious of me, therefore you say, no. That means you are not serving. So similarly, we should always be conscious and always praying to the Lord, Lord, I am your servant. My duty is to serve you. But I know I am making so many mistakes in my service. Please forgive me. Please, the Prabhupada says this in one lecture and he starts crying. He's actually, whole class is roaring like an acharya, like a lion, Simha Guru. But that's why we have also put lion all around Prabhupada, no? Lagaya hai na? And Prabhupada Asan gave. That's because acharyas mein, even Gaudiya Math, You see, they put big lion. But Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada also was like an Prabhupada was also like a lion. So like he's roaring like an acharya in a position of an acharya. Guru means heavy. Heavy means like a lion. Wrong, this is wrong. So he's roaring. Whole lecture you see is roaring. Then he says, when you do service to Krishna, you should do like that. My dear Lord, I am not qualified. I actually do not know how do I offer service to you. I have cooked something that also I could not do properly. But you please accept this. And he starts crying. It's very touching, very touching. If you have seen that lecture, somebody can locate that audio. So sweet it is. So that is how the devotee has to have an attitude. My Lord, offering some service, I don't know how to offer service, be pleased with me. Okay. And such a devotee, when you become such a devotee, you become very dear to not only Krishna, and the sixth one is, such a devotee is very, very rare. Muktanam avisiddhanam narayana parayanaha. This was spoken by whom? Who knows the shloka? अभी आजकल कोई श्लोका याद करने वाले लोग ही नहीं हैं. Muktanam avisiddhanam narayana parayanaha. Indra, when he saw Chitraketu offering as Vritasura wonderful praise, he says, how was it possible? Koti Yashu Mahamune, among greats, crores of sages, liberated people, crores of Siddha people, we find one Narayana Parayana, one great devotee of the Lord. It is so rare. It's not true, we are very fortunate actually. In the sense, we met a Narayana Parayana, Srila Prabhupada, correct? अब उनके छत्र छाया में हम हैं. This is our credit. क्या हो भाई तुम great devotee हो? नहीं नहीं. I am under shelter of a great devotee called Srila Prabhupada. ये बोलो और खुश रहो. This is itself a great fortune, a great honor, and even you can have in a pride of such a great, just like somebody says, I am studying in this big college. You have pride in that, na? And people have, na? So similarly, you can have pride of such a great acharya. That is spiritual, that is not material. Who is your Lord Hanumanji? Shri Ram. Confidence. वो घमंड नहीं है. That is bhakta, that devotee can have. I am a member of such a great sampradaya. You look at the even sampradaya. Wow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Goswami is gopis. उसके बाद सारे gopis ही हैं. Correct? Even till Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada all revealed to be gopis or assistant gopis. Prabhupada was silent. They asked Prabhupada, who are you? He said, if I tell you cannot believe. He remained silent. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has already declared him to be Senapati of his, Mora Senapati, a chief among his devotees. So, but you see so we should feel very proud in one sense. We should feel at least we feel very privileged. When Guru Maharaj was taking a class, I was hearing, he begins a class like that. Today I have a great privilege, it's public class. Today I have a great privilege to represent the great Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. It's actually true. Therefore, the appearance, disappearance day we do fasting. So yaad to karo, we are their members, we are member of that parampara. We at least spend some time hearing about them and knowing about them. Like in country it is, it should not become like in country. This Jayanti, that Jayanti. Jayanti is only for great devotees of the Krishna. Correct? अभी तो normal any political person, Jayanti, this Jayanti and holiday, और कोई करता नहीं है उस दिन कुछ, है ना? कोई कुछ करता है नहीं, छुट्टी या सोते हैं लोग, है ना? या बीत जाते हैं. No. When we have the appearance day or disappearance day of great acharyas, we do half-day fasting and we try to understand their glories. And when we actually hear about them, we feel wonderstruck. My God! And how much we feel privileged. Unka teachings follow kar raha hai, hai na? In their shelter I am sitting. So that is very nice. And these are all wonderful sentiments of a devotees. Hai na? And Lord Shiva says here, such devotees are very, very dear. Correct? Now let us take Priya Ashtaka from Bhagavad Gita. See, Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, certain devotees are dear to me. Let us just read the translation. Yes, what is the chapter? This happens. Chapter 12 and the last 8 verses. Are yaar, kahan hai? Okay, this is the thing. See, start from 13, 14, 13 to 20. Yes, Mataji, you want to read the qualities?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Very nice. So you see that? Not envious, well-wisher, kind friend to all, wishing well for everybody. We should practice that actually. And practice it. It's not that automatically it comes. You have to practice. Who does not think himself a proprietor, okay? Free from false ego. Such. We don't own anything in this world. We should be always, I was once discussing with my one friend, one old friend of ISKCON. You know that by Krishna's grace, temple has come up. He wrote to me, you should always think that even without this temple and other thing, can you do devotion service? You should always think like that. And free from proprietorship, ownership. No. Who's free from, anyway Krishna will test you one day. That like Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he came to know that Krishna has departed from Vaikuntha, he just walked away from the palace as he had no ownership. Vairagya tha nahi tha. Now when he was running the show, you cannot make out. So the pura absorbed tha, hai na? Every day he used to hold assembly. Anybody has any problem, daily assembly hoti thi, ek aadmi nahi aata tha. Whole kingdom was like Vaikuntha. Everybody was so happy. True, no? That is how Yudhishthira Maharaj was ruling. He was ruling. But then when he came to know Krishna had departed, he just walked out of the palace without any attachment. He didn't even look at his brothers, his wife, anything. His attachment was to Krishna. So one day Krishna will test you. Anyway, we have to leave the body. Hai na? So you will be tested at that time. Vairagya hai nahi hai. Equal in both happiness and distress. So sometimes situations are very favorable, honorable. Sometimes very dishonorable, equal. Who's tolerant? This tolerant is also not easy. Practice karna padta hai. Jaise you lift 5 kg, then you lift 10 kg, then you lift 50 kg. The tolerance also is not easy. Always satisfied, Lord. Always happy and satisfied. You see, we have to see. It is true that when we become advanced devotee, these qualities will naturally come to us. But at this stage we are in, as a sadhaka, we have to practice this. And keep watching, why I am not advancing, why I am not all the time satisfied. Self-control. This is also practice. Gradually it develops. You control yourself, control more. Engage in devotion service with determination. His mind and intelligence fixed on me, no distraction. Okay? Such a devotee, Krishna is saying, is very dear to me. Okay? Very dear. Yes, more.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me.
So Prabhupada says, a devotee doesn't give pain to another person, but another person gives pain to him, he tolerates. He has no problem. But he doesn't give. In any situation, forget about a devotee. Yeah? Somebody was telling me, be a gentleman first, then be a devotee. How can he give pain to somebody? Gentleman gives pain to somebody. वो तो मूवी में भी वो होते हैं ना, विलियन ही होता है ना. So devotee is not a villain. No. Why put others into difficulty? Who is not disturbed by anyone. He is not putting another into pain, but others put pain to him, he tolerates and doesn't get disturbed. That is a great man. Who is equipoised in happiness and distress. Sometimes honorable, sometimes dishonorable. Sometimes things are pleasing, sometimes things are not pleasing. Sometimes you're financially very strong, sometimes you don't have money. Fear and anxiety, even in fear, no fear, fear and anxiety is very dear to me. So भाई ये सब situation आएगा. Then 16.
My devotee, who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
Who's not dependent on the ordinary course of activities in this world, is dependent on Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, who's pure, very important. Expert in service to Krishna, not the devotee, the fool. Expert. Without cares, with unwanted, attachment to this world, free from all pains, is peaceful and happy, and not striving for some material result. Correct? He's peaceful. His result is not so-called landmarks of society. His result is I should advance in devotion service. Other things automatically will come. Very dear to me. Then 17.
One who neither rejoices or grieves, who neither laments or desires, and one who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me.
Such a devotee is very dear to me. Okay? So, who neither rejoices nor grieves. Okay, sometimes situation is very pleasurable, oh, maja aa gaya, material situation, hai na? Nor the grieves. Okay. Neither laments nor desires. Arey, I lost that. Arey, ye mil jaya, kitna maja aayega. Koi devotee nahi bana hai wo. Who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very. Devotee means he is not disturbed, he is always peaceful, happy. है ना? अभी advancement कैसा हुआ? He should be peaceful and happy in all the situations. ठीक है? Then
one who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
okay, equal to friends and enemies. This is almost impossible. है ना? Somebody is against you, you still wish well for it. That's what it is said. But they equipoise in honor and dishonor. Sometimes you are honored, that time of face are glittering with happiness. Hey. And sometimes dishonor, people तो पूरा मुँह ही सूख जाता है. No. ये बहुत देखो बोलते हैं ना, वो लॉर्ड शिवा वी आर वेरी डियर टू लॉर्ड शिवा, बात चुप हो रहा है. वो डिवोटी की बात कर रहे हैं. देखो इक्विपॉइज ऑनर, हीट एंड कोल्ड, हैप्पीनेस डिस्ट्रेस, फेम इनफेमी, who is always free from contaminating association. Very, 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 very important. ये रहा ना, free from contaminating. Just like क्या बोलते हैं, किसी को बोले मार्केट जा, and what do you do in the market? एक साबुन लेके आओ. किधर भेजो उसको? मॉल में. जस्ट देखो, वो सीधा जाके साबुन खरीद के बाहर आता है, बहुत अच्छा आदमी. लेकिन अरे ये क्या है, एक ये भी क्या आ गया, ये क्या है. So similarly, we are distracted, free from contaminating association. Very, very. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the qualification of Kanishta, not Madhyama Uttama, Kanishta is Asat Sangha. Otherwise, how will you, where will you not never read one line of Shastra? Because free from association, वो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है उनको उनका संग, तो कभी बंद नहीं होगा वो, है ना? Always silent. Silent means he is not wasting 1 second. Avyartha kalatram. It doesn't talk unnecessarily. It talks only about Krishna. That is silence. Satisfied with anything. You say you can sit down on the floor. He is not looking for some thing. There was a talk about some marriage was there, and paneer sabji was not there. So the whole marriage party walked out. ये क्या मतलब, पागल है क्या? पनीर सब्जी नहीं है, मैं नहीं खाएगा. छोड़ो यार. Satisfied, कुछ भी खाने को दे दो, पेट भरना चाहिए. Satisfied with anything. Who doesn't care for any residence. Just like the Goswamis, every day was sitting below, because क्या होता है, पेड़ से भी attachment हो सकता है. They were sleeping below a tree. पेड़ से भी attachment हो जाता है कभी कभी, है ना? तो हर दिन अलग पेड़ के नीचे बैठते थे, नहीं तो वो अटैचमेंट होता ना, ये मेरा पेड़ है बड़ा अच्छा है, इधर मैं हाथ रखता हूँ, इधर में फल मिलता है ना, एवरी डे डिफरेंट. We could not imitate Goswamis, who was fixed in knowledge. And that is a given in the qualification, the Guru also. Tasmad Guru Prapadyeta Jigyasu Sheyam Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. Fixed in knowledge. And who is engaged in devotional service. A person is very dear to me. Yes, one more. Last one.
Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Very, very dear to me. Make Krishna the supreme goal. Are very, very dear to me. So when you are dear to Krishna, automatically you are dear to all the devatas, all the Lord Shiva, everybody. You are very dear. So life aisa hona chahiye na. See, we are seeking, we are actually flattering somebody in our life. Correct? Just like people go for fundraising. किसी को खुश कर रहे हैं ना, impress करने को कोशिश कर रहे हैं. True. So Krishna को impress करना नहीं बोलना. He should be happy and satisfied. है ना? End of the day, what is that? Aradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim, naradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. If you didn't Lord of Tapasya, didn't worship Hari, means you didn't satisfy Hari, what is the use of your life? At the end of the day, when life ends, the Lord should be satisfied with you. Because Vaikuntha Lok mein, first thing is Krishna should give the entry. Hai other people, the recommendation will not help. You need Krishna to be satisfied. Yes, it's very nice. Naradito yadi hari tapasya, you did so much tapasya that Krishna is not satisfied. What is the use? You did tapasya, Krishna is satisfied. Why do you need to do tapasya now? There is no need. Okay. Aradito yadi hari tapasa tapaskim. Naradito yadi hari tapata antarpadi yadi hari. There's a very big shloka, just telling the part of it. So therefore, at the end of the day, we should become such a nice devotees. Even we become dear to even great devatas like Lord Shiva. Okay? That should be our focus. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Beautiful class.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. Thank you for such a wonderful class. Thank you for being there in our life.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. ये सब बेकार है. चलो दर्शन करा दो.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadhu Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Krishna Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama